Going to talk about the 0 to 1 build section. So we also going to talk about a few things for this week. So first one is we are going to go through the few fundamental concept, including workflow, agent, multi-agent. Because the purpose of like build section is for to go through and details and also introducing to you what is these concepts, how they work together, and then perhaps that you can get understanding of what is the concept look like. And after that, I will go to more like practical use case where we can applying what we learned from this one in order to like build a multi-agent system to reproduce video from a viral TikTok video. Okay, so this is the second item that we are going to have today. So yeah, in here in between in here, I'm going to also talk about one thing, which is planning state of the building. So in here, I'm going to share like how I will find a way to structure the way in order to be more concise, and also how we can structure you build your first multi-agent system, which is pretty much complex. So let's go into the first one, which is fundamental concept. Let's talk about workflow. Okay, so I'm asking Notebook LM to create one of the infographic. So let me put. Okay, so this is the workflow infographic where the Notebook LM actually just create for me. So let me walk you through on like how you working with workflow. So a workflow is kind of like a recipe of the pipe of the concept, where you are going to have the three components that you should pay attention to. The first one is input. Input is kind of like whatever that go into the pipeline, and it will do something in between. In this one, it is calling action, and then finally it will output a final result. And in this area, for example, like you're having this one. So if you're looking further on this one, you will see that firstly, the input is starting from like the user provide an input. For example, it can be like initial data or like input schema or something like that. And it's going to go through the step of the like execution. Like the action number 1 is running, and action number 2 is running, and action number 3 or 4 or 5 is running. So each kind of like an intermediate step. That is number 2 of the workflow. And finally, it's going to output into the final step, which is the final result, where it's going to be finished and done certain things. So a workflow is kind of like a predefined step that you can just thinking like you can configure it in a way that it will always running that way whenever that you have. And how to run a workflow? It can be running by manual execution by clicking on that, or you can publish the workflow so that other people can do it. Or you can running on bug, which means you can upload a table so that it's going to run mass automatically. Or you can also doing some trigger via webhook or schedule. So these are like how you run on this one. So for the sample, like the practical example. So this is a chat with your PDF. So user upload a PDF file and ask a question. And step number 2 is that we are going to processing that PDF and asking the question about that PDF file. And third one is the AI generated answer to that PDF. So that is one of the example. So I think that is very high level of a workflow look like in the concept. So I'm going to open a new tab, which is AgenticFlow, and also show you like how you can create your first workflow. So if you go into the UI of AgenticFlow, you will see greeting with something like this, and you go into the left hand side. This is workflow. You click on create workflow, and you click on new workflow, and you just name it like test new workflow. In here, you can create a workflow. As you can see in here, so this is mapping what is the concept that we have: the user input, the step, and the output. Okay, those 3 steps is very simple. So in the user input, is it actually the thing that you are asking people what to do, what to input in? So let me give an example. So let me take this one first. I like a workflow to generate image from a user provided prompt. I will save this one and save. So it means this workflow is meant to be create a work image based on the prompt that's generated by user. So in here, I'm going to do I will change this one into a prompt, and I'm going to change this one as well to a prompt, and I click save. So the input is okay. So this is going to be the thing that my user is going to input in order to show me what to do. Okay. And for the second step, this Ask AI is actually a chat node, but actually we don't need that. So I will click on this one to delete this one. I will click on new step again, and I will search for, because this workflow is for generate image. So I will search for image. And in here, you can choose this one, generate image powered by AgenticFlow. You can click add. So this is how you can add a step into a workflow like this. And you can click on this one in order to configure that. So this one, it will allow you to do some input. For example, notice this one with the red dot. So it means this is a mandatory step. Otherwise, if you do not input, it will not go working. So how you can generate an image with this one? Firstly, you capture the input from the user, and then you need to find a way that to send that information into this step so that this action can run and generate an image for you. And how you do it? You can click on this one, and then you click on this small plus button. Click here and click prompts. So it will show here. So the yellow here mean when this step is running, it's going to referring to whatever the information that have been passed from this prompt that user provide. Okay. And for the rest of it, then you see like aspect ratio and everything. I will just leave it alone. Okay. So that is how we finish to configure our first workflow. How we run it. So let me come back to this one a bit. You will see that how we run a workflow, you will see that we can manual execution, bug creation, or webhook or schedule. So how you do the manual? You click on this single run. And then, for example, like you could put like, a beautiful, woman, driving, motor, and click run. Okay. It will show you some error in here. So technical detail, message, key and error. Okay. You can see here. So the aspect ratio, this one is a red one, but I choose nothing. So that's why it's how it's wrong. So you can click on this one and then you select, maybe I will just put a 916 in here and I click save. And I go into single run. I will run it again. Beautiful from Italy, driving a motor bike. Click here. Give it some moment. That's it. That's how you can create your first workflow that generates an image. And you just also finishing the first single run as well. But what if we would like to generate like thousands of these images? How can we do that? We cannot just go here and click run. We can go into bug run. So bug run is a feature that allow you to generating these in batch. Firstly, you can click on here to create a table. And in this table, it's going to having a new button, new row, and you can click here and click here. And in this form, you can say a cute cat and maybe a man riding a horse on the moon. Okay, so I just choose prompt. You can actually import a CSV file or Excel file, that's okay. But for now, I just click here and I will just run these two rounds. So it's just seeing that you see the status have been changed. So the status have been changed, and eventually these two, when it's done, it's going to show you the image on the right hand side here, where you can have two images at once. So that is how you can do the second feature, which is the workflow bug creation. Okay. Okay. So we have an image in here already. So let's copy on this one. Okay. There's a cute cat. That's working. Let's looking into the second image. Okay, a man riding a horse on the moon. That's how easy it is for you to create your first workflow, trigger the manual execution, and bug creation. For more complexity, you can actually, instead of like trigger by manual, you can actually publish this workflow for other people to use. So you can click here and you click on shareable link. And you can click on embedded code. So it will allow you to publish this workflow into something that other people can use. For example, your team member and so on. You can click on this button and it will allow you, like anyone with this link can run this workflow using your product. So you can click on this workflow and open a new tab. You'll see that this is a workflow to generate image from the user provided prompt. And for example, I was saying like generate man and woman driving a car on the beach. Okay. And you can see here, it's very easy. And this workflow, actually, doesn't require me to log in. So anyone with this link can actually using your workflow that we have been predefined. And that is how you can create your workflow and sharing to everyone. Okay. You can also doing some like embedded, which is you can embed it as an iframe to a web page that you create, or you can share it as a clonable template so that other people can clone your workflow. So that is how you can start with the workflow in AgenticFlow. Okay. There's a webhook and schedule where you can go here on the left hand side, click on this trigger. It will show you like how you can schedule, whether it's going to be like 3 days, 3 minutes, 3 hours, 3 weeks, or if you be more advanced, you can click on webhook and you can click on this one. Is create the webhook trigger. We say test, and it's going to show you like the endpoint and information where you can click on this view code in order to see the URL. So I think if you are really advanced and you go into this level already, then perhaps that this is something that you can be more hardcore. But for interest of time, I'm not going to cover it with it today. Okay. Right. So that is on the workflow part. So, that is the fundamental concept. So I think this is going to be very equivalent to, aka, Zapier, or make.com or, NAN. So those are like equivalent level concept of like, this platform. And I believe that it is going to be quite similar. So that is how, these concepts work in AgenticFlow. The second one is actually agent, because AgenticFlow is the agentic platform. So we are agent first. We have workflow, but it's not the core platform capability. We need that to do some workflow or process that doing over and over again. But there's no need to be really fundamental about that. So we are going to talk about agent. So give me 1 second. I'm going to put this one on the right, and I'm going to put agent. And let me put the infographic. Okay, this is the new infographic as well, created by a Notebook LM. I think you can choose that. So this is how you can envisioning an agent in AgenticFlow. An agent in AgenticFlow is more than just a chatbot. It is the interactive AI team member that can conversion, access knowledge, use tool, take action, remember the context across conversation. It built visually, but no code required. We can have config it in the 11 capability through very friendly interface, and it can be using workflow as a tool, which is whatever that you build in workflow, it can be using in the agent. And if you can see in here, that is the agent you have the ability to understand, which is analyzing the user message to determine like what is their intention, and to reasoning, to think about that, and to take action, which is going to use tool in order to do certain thing. It can observe the result of the response, and also respond to the user. So those are the concept of the agent. And in order to deliver this 5 core capability, we are having the 11 core setting that you can use. So first one is the AI model selection. AI model selection is something that you can select the model. So because this is quite a lot, so I'm going to demo side by side so that you can see. Okay, so this one is the workflow that we create. Let's go into the agent, which is on the left hand side. Click on this one, and then click this and name it test new agent, and click create. So in this interface, that is going to show you like this is the agent builder. And what I'm talking about is actually about the AI model selection. And that's what I mean is that this area, when you click here, it allows you to switch between different model that is driving the agent. By default, when you open this one, it is going to already select default for you a model. That's its name, GOM 4.5 Air. And you can feel free to select between all of these models that under this group of AgenticFlow. Those are like already included in your credit, so that you can use them freely. If you would like to access to more advanced model, for example, like Gemini 3 Pro, you can have the option to add the PixelML Open Router key, or maybe Anthropic key, Google key, OpenAI key. That is going to be done separately. So this is the first step. And I would suggest that you can stick with the model that we have in here, GOM 4.5. This model is good for default, and I suggest that you use that into your day-to-day. Okay, then you click on this one, you click confirm. So that is how you set up your model selection. Second one is identity and personality. So what I mean about identity and personality is that it's going to be on the left hand side, and in here actually you have a name. Okay, you can click on this one. So let me think about an agent. So we just create a workflow, right? That doing generation of the image. So let's put a like my first designer agent. Okay, and then you can actually choose a avatar or put some description here. But for now, I'm going to just save. So this is my first designer agent. And in left hand side, which is this area, is actually the prompt or the identity that we will give in the agent. So I'm going to like you are helpful designer agent. You help me design image. Okay, so that is the personality of this agent. And you can click on this new chat and you just say, hey. Okay, this is already have the personality, like friendly design assistant. It can help bring idea to life and so on and so on. Okay, let me come back into this one. It is going to have some other advanced feature as well, like what secret output, task, file attachment, code execution, sub-agent, and plugin tool and MCP tool and so on and so on. There's a lot of that, but for interest of time, I'm going to only talk about the workflow tool. So workflow tool is something that you can go back to your agent, and then you, in the middle section, you will see that section workflow. And this one, it is actually having ability to attach whatever that you build in the workflow for the agent to use. Okay, so for example, I'm going to tell the agent first, hey, can you generate image of cat for me? Okay, the agent will reject me because it cannot generate an image because it's only a text-based model. It cannot really do things for us. But I'm going to change that. I'm going to click on this add button, and I'm going to choose the workflow that I just create about generate image from user provided prompt. And I'm going to click add, and I click add here, and I save and say try again. Okay, as you can see, right now the agent is have the ability to generate an image of a cat for you already without having really something that really complicated. Okay, and you see that is the cat image. So that is how these two concepts work together. You create a workflow to do certain things, and that thing you can then run it as an individual work stream, or you can pack that as a part in the workflow where the agent can use. Okay, so that is the box that we have in the workflow tool. And for other part, for example, like let's talk about plugin tool. Plugin tool is something kind of like this is one step of the workflow. So for example, like if you click on this plugin, you will see that there is some other action that you can use immediately. You can click on built-in so that you don't have to do some certain thing. Let's do edit image. Okay. Okay. Let's edit the cat image above into an orange cat. Okay. So let me see like this cat, and let us change to an orange cat and see how this goes. It's asking me to choose connection. Okay, it's going to running the edit image. Okay, it has been designed the cat into orange. And if you give me a link here, let me click on this one. Okay, you see that image, right? The original cat, which is we having here, the same cat, but it has been transformed into orange cat. So that is how you use the plugin into this one. And you notice that may some of the plugin that will not require you some of the action. For example, if you can click in here, you see that there is a sign here, which is like the icon. So this means like you need to add a connection in order to use this one, because this one was provided by PixelML. So if you are having this error, you can click on this one and just select the connection with an API key of PixelML, and then it should be working as normal. Okay. Right. So that is how I just covered the model selection, the identity and personality, the workflow, and the plugin. For the MCP tool, it's actually similar. So you can go here and you can select on this MCP, and you can click on this add button. And you will see that there's a lot of like connection that we have already, from Notion to Google Sheet and so on. I would suggest that you can search and go to our YouTube channel and search for MCP, and you will be able to find a video that we are really detailed to explain about how you use MCP and so on. For example, like you go to our YouTube channel and you go into our channel and you go search, you search for MCP. You can see that there's a lot of video, and we are showing about like how you can automate Pinterest in plain English. And you can also watch into this one, this video I posted 7 months ago about like how to deploy AI agent with 10,000 tools using MCP. So that is good use. So please using that to your daily work. Okay. All right. So I already covered identity, model selection, workflow, MCP, and tool. Next one is going to be knowledge. Knowledge is this area, which is the knowledge file, where you can actually technically, you can upload a text file or PDF file or even table for the agent to do the work. And you can click on this text button. And in here, I already create some of the text knowledge already. But in case that you would like to have one, you can just click on create. And in this one, you can choose, is it a table format, like an Excel file, or is it a text format, like a PDF file? I'm going to use a PDF file. I'm going to do the, for example, like nested paper Google. Okay, so this is a new paper from Google, and this is quite nice. So you can have this paper in PDF. I will click download, and I'm going to get back to my agent in AgenticFlow. I will drop that file to here. Wait, I need to put this here. Nested knowledge. Okay, just next. Drag it here, click next. Just wait a bit for the agent to be, it will take some time for the agent to digest the information. So the question for, so answer for Rick is that, actually there's a, some recommended number. So if you're having a model that's normal, I think you should keep your plugin and workflow under 9 tool. So this is better. For other tool, if you really get a lot of tool and workflow to the agent, it can get confused very easily. So for this one, I would suggest that you play again on that. And for the answer about Mr. Specimen, for some of the search plugin, I think this is just failed recently when we are doing the migration on yesterday. So we will take note in order to fix that, and we will do the test on the rest of the plugin in order to ensure the one that's not working is going to be hidden, and to avoid this issue again. Okay. Wait, why is okay? So it takes some time. So you can see that it has been turned the PDF file into something. For only setting, if you don't know what it is, you can just skip and next. So you can see in here, this is the preview of the original PDF and the text file that we already passed the information. It can take some time, depends on how long, because this is a 52 page of the PDF. So it will take a bit of time. So you can click next, and then it's going to turn into the next stage where the agent is going to start to processing. You need to wait here until it's done or not. It's okay. Actually, you can click just confirm, and when the agent is finished the learning. This one is going to turn green, for example, like this one, embedding complete, and you can click confirm. And in this one, when it's showing here, then you can just click on this add button and close this tab, and so you saw here. So this is the next skill. Okay. So I'm going to open new chat and I say, oops. Hey, tell me about next skill. Next learning. Okay. So this is about sometimes it's not going to answer. You can go here and actually you can changing the top K result to 5 and maybe changing this relevant threshold a bit. Save. Okay. Can you tell me about using your knowledge? Okay. It's going to start to trigger the knowledge retrieval. So actually it's starting to read the file in here in order to have. So sometimes it will not doing the retrieve by yourself. So you need to modify that by adding the instruction to the instruction on the left hand side. So for example, like I'm going to remove this agent. So I'm going to remove this as like edit image. I don't need it anymore. I delete this one. I'm going to save, and I'm just to tell the agent, you have me to answer the question based on the knowledge. Always start with retrieve knowledge first. Okay. So if I update the system prompt on this side and click save, and I'm going to using the same question, and I just new chat, I paste here. Okay, because in my chat I already have, but what if I just remove this part? I just remove. Oops. Okay. When I'm in here, actually I'm only asking like, can you tell me about nested learning? And it's automatically retrieve the information without me, which is the end user, have to ask it to answer. And this is answer about nested learning, what is the core philosophy, three main component, and so on and so on. So what if I finish my development of my agent already? So I need to publish that one to someone else to use, right? So I click on this share button, and I'm going to get an embedded course where I can click on this one. It's going to be open as a chat UI. I can click here, open, and I can just say, tell me about nested learning. Okay. Okay. It's going to retrieve the information. Yep, and answer to me. So as an end user, actually I have an agent that can help me to answer about my business and so on. And even like can keep asking question and doing some like deep dive further on the topic or document that I already equipped to my agent. Okay. All right. So I think that pretty much it on how you can fulfilling the 11 tab, right? So we already covered the model execution, the identity, knowledge, workflow, FCP, plugin tool. For these on the left hand side, which is more complexity, I don't think that we have the time to cover today. But for this one, I would suggest that you go into our documentation, which is docs@AgenticFlow.ai, and then you can scroll down into the agent quick start. Click on this one. It will show you like how is everything is working together, and you can read further on about this, what is the agent is about. And you can also scroll down to the left hand side. There's all of the document that we have, our agent hub in here. It will explaining very clear about what our agent when to use, and even like the 11 tab that I will mention, like model selection, knowledge, skill, workflow, and tool. Everything is going to be described quite clear in this document. So I hope that this is going to be give you a very high level of what agent is and how is it going to be helpful to you. Okay. how do you, can we use AgenticFlow credit for each agent? Yeah, of course. So as you can see in here, when we are doing this one, we are choosing a model that's saying GOM 4.5R, and this is under the group of AgenticFlow. So it means everything that under this model, it can be used by AgenticFlow credit with no additional cost that you don't need. So you only have on this model, like 10 of them, that you can switch between them. Even we have GPT-5 and Nano here, if you would like to use. Okay. Yeah, how do we get that infographic? Oh, so it's very nice. So I'm going to post that into so I'm going to go into Notebook LM again. Alright, so you are actually reaching into kind of like level 5 already. So this one, I call it L3. AI level 3. Level 3, which is kind of like in the middle stuff. Level 3. Agent is kind of like level 4. And multi-agent is actually kind of like level 5, which is like the highest class. And this is very complexity. The reason why multi-agent exists, I would suggest that you can watch my video in this one, AgenticFlow AI MAS. This video. So you can watch this video. I explain it's very clear, like why we need multi-agent system. And there's a question from Rick in the group that was saying like how many maximum tool that we can set to the agent. So my recommendation is 9. So maximum you should give an agent about around 9 tools so that it can be work really well. If you make it very bigger than that, then actually it's going to, the quality of the agent is getting lower and lower, and it's just not good at all. So that's why we need a multi-agent system. And let me explain to you on how is it going to be. And I'm going to paste here, so that you can have a look on the MAS. But let me explain on what is a multi-agent. Okay. Multi-agent is actually the AI teamwork. So the single agent having some problem. Let me zoom in a bit bigger here. It's having the kind of jack of all trades agent. So it's overlapping context. It generalists weakness, and it is it's not good at all. So if you can like have force one agent to do like with 100 action and tool, it will just not good at all. So you need a multi-agent solution. So it's like instead of like having one agent to do everything, you are having a team of specialists for distributing the work to expertise with speed and resilience. And each of the agent is going to have a deep domain expertise. So it means you don't design an agent for everything. You are going to design an agent that's going to do that sort of thing very good. And then you hand off the task between them to other. And it can empower some parallel processing for speed. So for example, like, just give me an example, for the research. If we need an agent to research 100 sources, it takes, 30 minutes. But if you are splitting the 100 source into 10 agents and each agent research 10 sources in parallel, then actually you just take like 3 minutes for those research 100 sources. So it means the time is much better, and the fault tolerant as well. And the core architecture of an agent team. So is it going to have like the coordinator? So it's kind of like a master agent that's going to orchestrate everything else. It's like a manager. And we have the specialist agent, that is the domain expert that explaining the specific tasks like data research, content, code generation, quality assurance, and design. Yeah, and it's going to be like the interface of the agent. It's going to be interacting with other like API and database and user interface as well, but it's connected to this master agent. And in our visual agent, we have a no-code platform where I'm going to show you later after this one. And it's going to be like smart node palette where you can just drag and drop your agent with the main canvas, and you can have the configuration panel with a detail panel to deploy each of the agent in the system. And each of the agent is going to be like having specialized skill where you have the research agent, writing and editing, and they are using different skill. For example, like the color is the same. Right? And these are going to work together, either in sequence or in parallel, or maybe in a hierarchy delegation where you have the supervisor that going to delegating tasks to the single agent, and there will be a feedback loop as well. So one agent is going to hand off the task to the next agent, so that the next agent is going to take the action from that. Okay, so I'm going to talk about for example, like this is just an example, like a content marketing team. Like it's going to have a researcher, writing, SEO optimizer, and publisher. So they will have a coordinator that's going to do the hand over the task to the research, and the research going to bring up with a topic so that the writing agent can write. And then after the writing, it's going to hand over to SEO optimizer to optimize the text. And finally, it's going to hand over to publisher to upload to your website, for example. So that is very straightforward team that you can use. And the creation time is actually reduction a lot, 70%. And also the improvement on traffic improvement is going to increase a lot as well. Okay. So that is very high level of how multi-agent system is working. But I think that is a lot of on theoretical. I would suggest that you can go to our YouTube channel if you would like to watch further. There's a video that name yes, this one.
All right, welcome. Today we're going to dive into something really cool.
This one, the generalist to specialist. So this is actually talking about
how you can take
about skill and how you can turn a generalist to specialist. And also, you can go into this video, and then you can also see like the building your AI workforce. Okay.
All right.
So this is going to be the video that talking directly about AI workforce. You should watch that. It's definitely giving you a very good concept on this part. All right. So I think that's it. So I already talked about three things, right? Workflow, agent, multi-agent, and how they work together. But I think if it just does, then I think we could just maybe just stop here. But no, I think we need to go further than that, because the whole idea about this build section is you have to have more time with me in order to explaining like what is the core concept of the platform and what we are building for the future of agentic AI. And I hope that with today you can have the ability to understand what is the workflow, what is the agent, and what is multi-agent. They are working together. But let me move to the next one. Let's go into the actual real world use case. Okay. Build an AI multi-agent system to reproduce video from viral TikTok video. Okay. This is a planning stage, the ideation stage. And finally is the build stage. Okay, I'm going to go through these three steps. Okay, the ideation is that we need to identify like when we're using multi-agent system and when we are using the other. So let's come back to this one. Workflow is kind of like a pipe or fixed step, like step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you have a process that's repeatable and will just take an input, do something, and having output, you definitely just using this one. That's okay. Enough. Always start with a workflow first. That's simple, easiest, and easy to control. Okay. Agent, you are using agent when the workflow is like sometimes that not able to cater for X scenario. So because with this one, you are like programming, and if there are some scenario that people is not following your defined process, then you just fail. For example, like customer service. So you cannot anticipate like what else the customer is going to talk to you, right? So you cannot design every scenario, but you can design an agent. You just give an agent a goal that you take care of customer. And if you need to use tool, please use tool. So that is how you define between workflow and agent. And only when you are building multi-agent is where single agent fail. If you are seeing yourself that your workflow is too complex and a single agent or a single workflow is too complicated to build, so perhaps at that point, you can think about building a multi-agent system. Right. So multi-agent is only applicable when you are doing the very complicated thing that single agent is fail. Okay. So let's talk about ideation stage. So I was thinking about how to build a good multi-agent system for a while, and we are actually in a build office hour like 2 weeks ago. We actually having good use case. So there's a question from Dingjing. He's actually one in our YouTube channel, and here having this kind of video. Okay. So this is kind of video that is a kind of like very viral video on TikTok, and these are the video that's generated totally by AI. And this one is very simple actually. So it is only like a 28-second video that's going to be like doing some certain like stuff like the behind the scene of the video. So if you would like to build your channel or like go with your social media, so one of the strategy is just like recreating the similar format of the video. And what if you can just creating in this kind of video easier? Okay, so in the meeting in that we actually breaking down 3 steps. Firstly, you need to download a video. Secondly, you need to have a model that can process the video to understanding the video scene by scene and break down. And we identify that there is a Gemini model that's going to do that. And finally, we need to reproduce this video with a text-to-video model like VO3 or CDance and so on. But at that point, we were trying to do this one. We do 3 steps separately, and it worked. But we haven't never like packed them together into a full agent team. So for today, I'm going to using that in order to demonstrate to you like how we do the combination of these together. Okay. So that is the ideation stage. Wait lah. So let me put it here. So what we are going to do today is doing this one. Copy, and copy. Yep. So this idea is not like coming from nowhere. It's actually coming from one of our customer that is doing this one. So I'm just taking it and maybe doing some polishing so that it can be reused. All right. So after we have the ideation stage already, so we need to look into the problem statement. So in here, when we are looking for this one, actually we are thinking in a way that we are thinking a more function mindset. So it means functional mindset is mean you are thinking like this is function 1, download a video, function 2, understand the video, function 3, reproduce the video. So it means it's going to be like the action, like download, understand, and the third one is reproduce. So this is mean you are looking in the problem statement of the goal of turning a video to a new video by this kinds of like 3 functional mindset. But in here today, I'm going to talk to you like planning stage of MAS. It is a little different. So we are transitioned from the functional mindset into agent first mindset. So instead of like thinking like how we do this one in step 1, step 2, step 3, I'm going to think about it in a way that how can we look into like human, like if we are doing this task as a human, who do we need and what do they do? So for example, like I'm going to put this one. So the first one is video downloader is the guy that going to download the video from TikTok to our AI drive. Okay, so that is number 1. Second one is after we are having the video on our TikTok, then we will just have like script writer is the guy that going to watch the video from the AI drive which is provided by video downloader and come up with the script describe the scene of the video. Okay, that is number 2. And number 3 is actually is after the script, then we need to generate the video, right? So it means like video editor is the guy that generate the video from the script because he is using AI, so we're using AI video editor. Okay, yeah, using AI. And finally is the composer or assembler is the guy that pull those scene together. The reason is obvious, right? Because right now the text to video model can only generate around like 5 to 8 seconds of video, and it cannot do well. So that's how we are going to need to have, okay, to combine the video that short to a long. Okay. So that is how I do the changing the functional mindset from 3-step into the agent first mindset. Okay. So in this one, actually we are going to break down further. Okay. In this video downloader and script writer, we already have the definition of the video downloader already. So we need to identify, like, in this video editor, go download a video to AI drive. So it means it needs to have some tool in order to do this. It needs to using like code execution to download the video, and AI drive to save the video. So this is the goal and the tool of the video downloader that we always need to have in mind when we are building this one. Okay. And similarly, we do with the second one, with the script writer. So the script writer, the goal of this script writer is to understand the video input and generate the script. Okay. And the tool of this one is that it needs to have the video understanding tool with Gemini and just an LM chat in order to writing some script. Okay. So that is the second role in the team. The third team is the AI video editor. So it means the AI video editor go take the script, generate own scene of videos. So the tool it needs is text to video. Okay. So as you can see, we already thinking, and also we decompose like what is a team and what is a goal and the tool. And finally is a composer. Composer is like we have the video editor, which is like having own scene, how we can combine them together. Okay. So it just need a tool, code execution. Because the code execution is something that's very powerful, and you give it a video and it can actually combine all those together. Okay. So that is exactly how the planning stage look like. The build stage can take a lot of time on this one. So I don't think that maybe we can follow, but I will show you like what is the final result look like. Okay. The final result, let me go to Discord first. Yeah, thanks, Joy. Yeah, correct. So I think all of these video tool can be reproduced by yourself, and also you can using Sora directly as part of the process. So overall, I think is this is how we can orchestrate and pull all these tools together, and we can generate them in mass, and maybe we can reducing costs as well, because when you are using third-party software, actually you are paying them on the margin that they are charging you. So maybe they are getting from OpenAI Sora for $1 and they charge you 1.5, and that is where you lost on all the money on that. But if you can build your pipeline and the video pipeline that you have, then perhaps that you can control everything. Okay. So let me show you how is the result look like. Okay. I'm going to back to my workforce. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to my multi-agent and I will click here. So as you can see in here, this is my multi-agent team. And let me zoom in a bit. So this is starting with a trigger where I just send a message or a URL to the agent. So this is the first agent. The first agent is going to, let me click on this one. You will see that there's an instruction here, which is the description of this agent. So I will click here so that you can read. Video downloader. Your role is to download the video, autonomous agent that download video from TikTok, YouTube Short, Instagram Reel, and so on and so on. And this is some configuration that I just create. I will equip that so that it's going to able to do the download for me. And I will click on this one, as you can see. So this is kind of like a train thread of everything, where I just only pasting one of the video, and the video downloader is actually using some tool like code execution. It actually download a complete video for me. And these are the video and audio. So actually this is the video that is created. So this is a very viral video. Maybe let me play to show you the original video first. So this is the original video. You can see nearly 200,000 likes on this 16-second video. If we can just create a similar thing, right? So you just paste a video here. The video downloader is going to download the video. It will upload to our AI drive. It give you a video. So click on this one. So this is the video that it already downloaded, and it is in your AI drive with this same name. So you can check that as well. And it's also doing the one is it's extracting the audio for you. Okay. Click on this one. So because you will need this audio in order to combine it together. So maybe you will recreating their visual, but you just keep their sound so that it's easier for you. So after this video downloader is doing, actually it's going to analyzing. So it's going to trigger the second agent. So this agent named video understanding, and it's actually this agent. Okay, and you can click on setting. You will see that this is the instruction for this agent, and you can click on this honor. You will see that you are the script extractor and scene analysis. Your primary task is to receive video URL and also doing trip. Here are the tools that you are available and how you will work, and so on and so on. So basically, this video agent is actually watching the video. So you can see that the video is very simple, just like a cat, and it's going to do kind of like a scene. So it's going to understanding the scene. So the scene number 1 from 00 to 08, it's going to identify like what is the cinematography, subject, and action. From the first 3 seconds, the cat is carefully walking forward, planning white plate, and doing something and something. So this is the first scene that exactly that cat is doing, right? and also the first scene number 2 is also the scene. So it's watching the video and it will tell you like what exactly happened on the scene. So that is really helpful because you can use that in order to creating a next video generation. This one was failed for some reason, but maybe let me go into the agent, the video generation specialist, and let me click on this one to see what is the history. Wait, I will check something that's successful. Maybe this one. Okay. So first of all, this one is a successful one. So we are sending the 3 scene to the agent, and it's going to generate the first video, scene 2, and it's going to do some certain things. This is scene number 2. It's going to do number 3. This is a very interesting thing that we are also a technique that we do use. I think that's interesting to you. So you can click in here. So this agent named Video Generation Specialist. So this agent is actually take the output from the previous agent, the script writer, like how many scene, because this agent don't care. It just like having specialist into generate video. It don't care. It can be 1 video, 2 video, or 10 video. That's okay. As long as they have a script, and then it can go into generate a video. It's going to take the frame. So it has something like, if you would like to have a video that really smooth, then you cannot generate a video that totally separately. So what we are doing is that, firstly, we are telling the agent that just generate the first scene, call this work action to generate the scene, and also doing some video, just wait until it's completed. And then for the scene 2 to the end, let's do the frame extraction. Please use the code execution to extract the absolute last frame of the video. How can you do that, right? You cannot, if you don't know how to code, how can you do that? But we can, because our agent is smart enough in order to know how to get the final frame of that scene in order to take as an input to the next scene video creation. So that is how easy it is. You are not going to do the coding. You are just prompting on natural language, and it's going to generate the video that smooth and everything constrained until the final of the video. And here's the result it's going to give me. So this is the first scene of the video. Okay. If you see familiar? Okay, this is the first scene. Another scene. Okay, another scene of this woman, same woman. Okay, so that is how we create the third agent. Okay, the third agent is actually the video generation specialist. Let me come back to let me come back to my MAS. So we already covered the third agent already. So the third agent is actually doing the combination of the video, and the final agent. So the final agent is we call it final video assembler. So this agent have one tool, code execution only. It doesn't need anything else. It just need code execution, and it's going to install some code library. It's going to do like concatenate all of the scene 1, scene 2, scene 3, and it's going to do some kinds of like combination, and it's going to give you a combined video. Okay, and it including the video, the audio as well. So for example, like it's going to do the final assembler, and also it's going to give you the video.
Poor guy.
Okay, the first video. The second video.
Look at him, he's covered in syrup.
Okay, so we actually have two scenes of this video. So let me copy this video in here and copy this one in here. And I'm going to just directly chat to that agent, which is the agent who does the final composer. Okay. Let me go here. Okay, let me put let me a new chat, scene 1 and scene 2. Oh wait, I was still missing the audio, right? Audio. Let me go to here and we'll find the audio. Let's go into the MAS. Go into here. Let's click here. Okay, this is the audio. Copy this audio. Okay, and then just send to the agent. So this agent have the ability to do code execution. So you can see it has no tool, no skill, no plugin, nothing. It only enables this code execution, and everything is going to be done in the system prompt. So basically, we just tell it to, using the code execution skill, combine this one together. Yeah, so for Joy, of course, so this MAS is going to be available in the marketplace. Soon we can actually just clone this workflow as well in one shot. Okay, for example, like yeah, it's waiting some time, so I'll just show you what is the result first. So for example, like in normal way, it's going to take the scene 1, scene 2, scene 3. Okay, it is doing, and you can see it here. The agent itself can fix the bug because it's seeing some FPS issue for some reason, like the frame per second is mismatched, right? And it's going to try the different approach, and it's going to try to fix the issue itself. otherwise you have to fix it yourself, right? So that is the why you building multi-agent system is much better, because you just set the goal and also you set the SOP, and then you let the agent to try to figure it out and try to using the tool that is already have, like the code tool and the file system and all of these things together. And eventually it's going to finish, and it's going to be either to find a way to combine it for you. Okay. Yeah, I will show you like what is a successful one look like. When we are debugging one, it will not refresh response, but this is how is the normal process look like. So you give it a scene, it will try to do the work to multiple steps, and then itself can combine for you a video. I download all the file in the processing and the final assembler video in data underscores assembler. So you can go here into your AI drive, and then you click into data, and then you will see that there is an assembler video. So the download video and assembler video are actually two folder, right? You click here, you open, and you will see that this is a scene final and maybe final assembler video. Let me download this one. Let's play this one.
I can't believe we pulled this off.
It feels just like the movie, doesn't it?
Okay. But anyway, so that is the concept of like multi-agent. How is it look like? Basically, you are transforming the way that you are thinking from functional mindset, where you have you code everything, from this one to you set the goal and tool, let agent handle by itself. So this is very fundamental difference in a way that either you do it yourself or agent first mindset. You set the structure of the team, you set the goal for each agent and equip them with the right tool, let them handle it by themselves. So I think that is the mindset that I would like to emphasize to this one. And I don't know, maybe we just put it like AF like agent AFM or something. AFM, agent first mindset, in order to become more proficient in this one. You should change your mindset from functional into agent first in order to identify what is the way that you can structure your team. And if you would like to play around or working with the agent system, you can go into AgenticFlow MAS, and you can pre-order this one, and it has been there, and you can watch this video as well. I explain further on the multi-agent system. And regarding this MAS multi-agent system, we are going to publish as a workflow template. So right now we already have the deep research workflow and also another MAS, but for normal video creation. You can just go here and just click here. It will able to clone the entire system to your workspace. Yeah, you can see here, this is clone, but you can click on this small button, it auto layout. So this is kind of like multi-agent deep research system. You have an agent that clarify with user, request them to clarity, do the brief, and a supervisor node that going to kind of like have sub-agent that do the research, and final research agent. So that is just a beginning for multi-agent system. I hope that today during the meeting, you have the idea like how everything works together. So this is exactly what we just did. So we are shifting between workflow, the assembly line, into multi-agent system, a workshop. Agent first mindset, think goal, then team. Predefine path. Instead of scripting every step, you define the final objective and assemble a right AI team for the job. The goal-oriented approach, where you assemble a team of specialist agents. Each agent has all role and tool, collaborating dynamically solve a problem. In here, we have 4 agent team. The scout, which is the video downloader, take the TikTok video using this library to code execution to download the video. The director, who are doing the video understanding, using Gemini, watch the download video, analyze, break content into distinct scene, write descriptive caption, each creating a storyboard. Third, the creator, this video generation specialist, take scene by scene storyboard from director, create a brand new video clip for each discrete scene. Finally, the editor, who are using some tool, which is MoVP, which is a code execution tool, gather, generate single video from creator, assemble them together, correct sequence, and produce final cohesive video. And multi-agent is a game changer because this is a deep specialization for higher quality. It's modular and fault tolerant, and it's scalable and flexible architecture that you can scale to other team. So for example, like later, you would like to have this director to join the other team. You just pick them in. You just go in here, and then you just add a node. You select an agent. For example, like I just select the agent that doing the MAS, for example. I just select from here. And that's just how easy it is. Okay, there's a bit lagging. I think internet problem on my side. Yep, you can see here. I can choose the final assembler agent, and I can see it here. And I can drag it around in here. And actually, I can make it part of the team, and I can drag from here. So clarity with user will hand over to the director. Even it's not make sense, right? But this is how easy that is that you can do. And on this one, and you can do some like agent team where you can just add some team member under together. For example, like you click on this one. You can select this agent, and you can select another agent. Yep. So this is the agent team. So this team is having two agents that doing the work together, and actually you can hand over this as part of the team. So this agent hand over task to this agent, and hand over task to this team, and maybe this team is doing something, it will hand over task to the next team. And this is how you can visualize your entire team of AI agents that working together, and you can do it. And even like you can publish that as a marketplace, and also sharing that to your team and customer as well. All right, I think that does it. How do I create verify? I'm using Notebook LM by Google. Okay, Notebook LM at Google. So this is, it's just one click. Yeah, it's very simple to use this one. Actually, I have a video that's showing everyone on how using Notebook LM. I strongly suggest you use that. Yeah, this one. We also, so please using Notebook LM in your day to day work, and they really helpful to me because I can explaining the knowledge in very easy way. And that is all right. So I think that's it for today. I think we are like 22 minutes overrun, but so we cover the fundamental workflow agent, multi-agent, how they work together. We are going to build a multi-agent system to reproduce viral video from TikTok, from ideation stage, planning stage, build stage, and final result. And I hope that you can have the idea. What I would like you to think about is the agent first mindset, how to planning the system. And I believe that there is a very successful customer. I think Scorpio, he's in the call today. He's also building a very big team of agents that working together. And we hope that we can share more knowledge together on this part. All right, I think that's pretty late. And thanks everyone for arriving and having time today. And have a good time. And I will talk to you again next week during the next office hour. Okay. Thanks everyone. Have a good day. Bye bye.